Beyond Order by Jordan B. Peterson. Summary from 4 Minute Books. Written by Luke Rowley and read to you by Ian Pringle. 1-sentence summary. Beyond Order is the follow-up to Jordan Peterson's best-selling book 12 Rules for Life and identifies another 12 rules to live by that help us live with and even embrace the chaos that we struggle with every day, identifying that too much order can be a problem just as much as too much disorder. Favorite quote from the author: "A certain amount of creativity and rebellion must be tolerated or welcomed, depending on your point of view, to maintain the process of regeneration. Every rule was once a creative act, breaking other rules." Jordan B. Peterson. In 12 Rules for Life, clinical psychologist and Harvard professor Jordan B. Peterson taught millions how to bring order to the chaos of modern life. The book became an overnight bestseller and launched him into self-help stardom. But now he believes bringing order is only half of the prescription that society needs. In Beyond Order, 12 More Rules for Life, Peterson fleshes out 12 more rules that can help you get through modern life. Drawing on his own unique experiences and scientific perspectives, he examines the problem that comes from too much order. Through his advice, he will help you strike the perfect balance to avoid the anxiety of chaos and the paralysis of order. Here are 3 of the most helpful lessons this book taught me. 1. Have an image of the person you want to be, then do everything in your power to become that person. 2. Find ways to incorporate beauty into your everyday life. 3. Try to express gratitude even when you are suffering. Ready for 12 more rules for life? I know I am. Let's go. Lesson 1. Have a clear vision of who you want to become and then strive to be that person. Before modern science, there was an ancient art known as alchemy. Alchemists believed they could turn materia prima, or the primal element, into anything, even gold. As mystical as this all sounds, there is a lesson here. Peterson believes that our lives are like materia prima. There are so many possibilities for what you can become. With a vision and dedicated action, you can form yourself into whatever you desire. As humans, our conscious thought allows us to each pave novel paths for ourselves. We adapt and innovate using our own creativity and create unique ways of living life. Creating a new life isn't always an easy thing to do. Making something new requires that we push through adversity, danger, and chaos. The first step is to find a vision that compels you. Maybe you've always wanted to accomplish or create something, or maybe you've always had a scientific question you've wanted answers to. Next, confront the fears and chaotic psychological forces that hold you back. It's natural to be afraid of failure or have trouble with self-control that holds you back. But if you stay focused on your vision, over time you can learn to master these challenges and become the hero of your own story. Lesson 2. Make room for beauty in your life, even if it's on a small scale. At the University of Toronto, where Peterson was a young professor, he found the faculty offices depressing. He decided that he was going to spend so much time here, he was going to give the place a makeover. After proposing to install wood paneling and getting shot down, he had to change plans. He compromised by painting the walls and hanging vibrantly colored art. Soon, the office was inviting and warm, and even the administration took notice of his beautiful aesthetic expression. The risk of change paid off and made him feel happier to be there. In 12 Rules for Life, Peterson emphasized the importance of keeping a clean bedroom. In a way, an organized bedroom is the first step toward an organized life. But then Peterson realized when you focus just on order in a space, you can forget about something almost equally important: beauty. Art and other aesthetic designs are a fundamental part of our culture. Art can convey powerful ideas and feelings. It can speak to us in ways nothing else can, even if we aren't trained in art. Often, as we age, we lose touch with the idea of beauty. You start to forget to notice the wonders around you. Peterson noticed that when he took his young children for walks, they were so easily entranced with simple things around the neighborhood. Appreciating beauty around us is a way to rekindle the vivacity of being young. It is more than just a decorative pleasure. Viewing compelling works of aesthetic designs can help us see the world in novel ways. Now, before we get into Lesson 3, I'd like to give a quick nod to Reading.fm, the amazing people behind the audio for this and all the other videos on our channel. Reading.fm is your personal blog radio where you can listen to your favourite articles and essays from around the web, narrated by real, human, professional voiceover artists. Use the link below to sign up for free and start listening to more summaries from 4-Minute Books, as well as your favourite blogs right away. Okay, let's dive into Lesson 3. This is why it's important to always find new types of beauty to surround ourselves with. Lesson 3. Find ways to be grateful even when life is especially difficult. Every single one of us is going to go through hard things. We'll experience loss, misfortune, and misery of all kinds. But the truth of life is that good and bad hang in a balance. We can only know happiness because we've seen misery. Psychologists who have examined suffering have found that people find ways to overcome it in different ways. Sometimes we might find practical ways to alleviate it, like changing our circumstances or behavior. But when we can't avoid it, there are ways to psychologically transcend suffering. A person can do this by drawing on inner strength or looking toward a higher calling to get through tough times. People who work in palliative care see both of these approaches when they care for people who confront death on a daily basis. There are still times when suffering is so powerful that it brings us to despair. There are thinkers like David Benatar who believe that bringing children into the world isn't fair since life is so full of pain. Similarly, the act of suicide is driven by the idea that if life is so full of adversity, we should skip the experience. But these ideas overlook the reality that the misery in existence also allows for the pleasures, happiness, and joy of life. A bad breakup is only painful because the relationship was a source of love and companionship. It's so hard to lose someone we love because they provided kindness, love, and support. Peterson teaches that in the moments when we experience suffering, it's wise to remember why we feel this way. Try to be grateful for the perspective and insight that hard things can bring into our lives. This will allow you to become better at appreciating the good things in life and work on bringing more of these good things to yourself and those around you.
Hey, this is Nick, the founder of 4-Minute Books, and I want to thank you so much for watching our video. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel for more. You can also visit us at 4minutebooks.com for hundreds of free book summaries, each of which will make you smarter in 4 minutes or less. Thanks again, and always keep learning.